Good morning, Cardinals. Welcome to the last week of semester one, January 18th to the 22nd. A few notes as we begin this week. First of all, I'm just going to share our Cardinal calendar. First of all, one of the great things this week is that we have all of our students coming back who are in our cohort model in person. Are coming back every day. And so we've had our freshmen in every day, and now we have our sophomores, juniors, and seniors coming in every day. And so we're really excited. It's the first time since March 17th that we've had everybody in the building, March 17th, 2020. So very exciting, and it makes my calendars a little less complicated. So just a couple notes as we head into the week here. We have a school board meeting Monday night, and then also Monday, January 18th is Martin Luther King Jr. Day. And so I linked a few facts regarding Martin Luther King. On Tuesday, we have a girls and boys basketball games. Those are home. However, I would tell parents and students that unfortunately right now we have a very strict spectator list, which is two people per player, so to keep numbers down in the gym. So that is not that's really, those events, wish athletes good luck and those types of things, but unfortunately we have a spectator list for those, so we have to honor those lists and make sure that we keep the numbers down for our competitions right now. We have a parent learning session on Wednesday with myself and Mrs. Kalowski for parents and students who are interested in learning more about grading practices, including standards-based grading. And then Thursday, we have wrestlers at Cashton, and our girls and boys basketball teams are at Waniwak. And then on Friday, a reminder that we do not have any school. It's Professional Development Day. There is Friday school, which I'll get to in a second, which is different. But semester one is ending, and our boys have basketball at Cashton. So as I mentioned, we have – I'm going to hold up here. I don't know if I did mention this, but our Habit of Mind focus this week is listening with empathy and understanding. And when you're thinking about the end of the semester and reflecting on what you need to complete and finish this semester, and then getting off to a good start second semester, a great way to reflect is by having conversations with your teachers, your parents, one of your friends, a couple of your friends, and just talking through, either, questions or concerns that you might have, or, a difficulty that you might have, because their perspective could provide you with more, more problem solving power in terms of how to tackle something. So really be thinking about that. And then at the same token, if someone reaches out to you, make sure that you take the time to really listen, understand where they're coming from. Because sometimes you'll get a problem, and then you'll realize that there's something a little bit deeper that you really need to discuss with somebody. So be thinking about that. And as we move down through our update, high school students have our final schedule this week. So on Wednesday and Thursday, and freshmen, this will be a little new for you, but we have our final schedule. So on Wednesday, we have our first, third, and seventh hour finals in your class. You may have a final, you may have a unit test, maybe an end of semester project. Example, in Education for Employment, your final usually is your interview with Tim Tape, or another professional in regards to the work that you've been doing in class. So those are the types of things that we do during finals week. And then you do have resource at the end of the day, which you have it's a little extended time, so you have an opportunity to check in with teachers, finish up some work, get some studying done for your finals. And then on Thursday, we have our even hour finals on the 21st. And so, just really important to be thinking about those and spending some time, maybe in Pride time right now when you're done, or on Tuesday in Pride time, really thinking about, what do I need to focus on for those finals? What should I focus on, knowing the classes that I'll have on Wednesday and what do I have on Thursday? Sometimes we get a little confused with third learning block. That's going to end up on a day 2. And so you're going to go to your, if you have like PE and choir, for example, it's a day 2. So you'd go to choir first, and then you would go to PE second. So they kind of split that block up into 45-minute increments instead of the whole 90 minutes there. So that's the final schedule, high school students. And then I mentioned this before. We only have a 4-day week this week. We have a professional development day for staff on Friday. However, we do have Friday school for students who have first semester work to complete or finish up. And so some of you got invites already, and office staff have made calls to parents on Friday. But if you did not get a call and you would like to attend, you certainly can do that. All you need to do is just check in with me in the hallway or send me an email or stop and talk to Mrs. Brown and say, hey, I have these things I really need to do and I want to improve my grade before the end of first semester. Can I come in? We'll say yes. And then when you come in, we have donuts and bananas. So, it's a win-win. So that's Friday on the 22nd. Our learning targets this week, I think the big thing to really focus on here, we're reflecting on what we need to accomplish. It's in the first semester. We're listening with empathy and understanding. We talked a little bit about that, but identifying and successfully using our big 3 safety precautions is extremely important. We're making sure to continue to be faithful with wearing your facial covering, washing your hands, and socially distancing whenever you can. That may mean instead of going to your locker, just carry your books with you that you need. Go to your locker once. At lunch and then at the end of the day after resource, or maybe it's like we have 6-minute passing times, so you can wait a little bit if there's a couple people there and you just want to back off for a second and then go in to your locker. Remember that you have time to do that. So just be thinking about those things. It's all it's going to take everybody working together to make sure that we can continue to remain in person. And have that learning take place in school with our staff, because we know that's where everybody's most comfortable, where we want our kids and staff to be. And I had real quick, if you are out on extended absence, maybe it's a vacation, you're sick, you're on quarantine. This is our extended absence protocol, and really it just shares that if you are on a quarantine or you're sick, but you're well enough to be able to attend class via Google Meet, you can do that. And so our staff have Google Meet links in Brightspace, and if you just check in on that, it shows you what you need to do. But it's very similar to what you would have done on a virtual learning day that we had. And then if there's parents who watch this, we have, for you parents, a reminder, we have our standards-based grading parent learning sessions on January 20th and 27th. And we're just going to go a little bit more in depth with some of the practices that are happening in the building, and then share, answer some of the questions that are really on people's minds in terms of, the differences and how it affects this or that. So Mrs. Kowalski and myself will be there to answer those questions. So with that, Cardinals, I want to thank you very much for having a great first semester here. And we're going to finish strong here. So let's have a great week. Let's make it count. Take care, Cardinals. Hey-woo!